Alright, so here is the morning workbeat. We're going to start with the brows first. So first we're going to just brush the brows down and back up, just kind of fluffing them, giving them some direction, making sure that there's no stray hairs here, because sometimes you know how those brow hairs can be, right? So then I'll take the liner, and it's just a regular felt tip liner, anyone that you choose. This one is Milani, and it is in brown. So you can choose to use a black if you like it really dark, but I'm going to go on top of that with just some pomade. So I do the liner in the back to go ahead and add where the brow is very thin and sparse there, so I've already cleaned that area up. I use a straight razor. Yep. That's how I clean my brows up. So I'm just going to draw and define the angle that I want there, so that when I am ready to apply the pomade, it just glides right on top. So just keep watching. All right, so now we are back to the other side. So on this side, you actually can see a little more definition coming out, facing the camera a little bit more. So the angle is a little bit better there. And I'm just applying that brown liner. And again, just use whatever liner you choose to use here. If you want to use liner, you can use pencil. You can go with pomade. It's really up to you, your choice. I just find that this tends to give me a more defined look when I finish with the pomade. So, and it's only towards the back. In the front, you'll see in a minute, we're going to go straight to the pomade and go from there. So I use several liners. It really doesn't matter. I prefer a waterproof liner. So it's kind of what you like there. All right. So now we're going to go into some pomade. I have several favorites. You will see me use different ones on different lives. There are so many that I really like. And of course, there's so many that I don't like. But this one today is just a black radiance liner. And we're just going to go from the middle of the brow directly over the liner part in the back. All right, so you'll see me just kind of tapping it in, and I'm just going right over that line that we drew on with the liner. So in the front, you will come forward from that halfway mark. You're not putting any product on the brush anymore. You are just actually pulling the product from the middle of the brow, brushing it towards your inner eye, towards your nose, towards where your brows may meet. So I go upward now, and I'm moving the product from the lower line, the lower brow line, and over from inner to outer. All right, so I'm gonna do this side now. So this is actually my right side. The side with my nose piercing is my right side. If you're ever wondering what side I'm working on, just kind of look for the nose piercing, and that is my right side. So we're going to go ahead and put in the pomade right on top now. So again, from the middle of the brow, where my hair actually is my thickest, from there, and we're putting some on the bottom and on the top, and then we will cover up the back where the liner is. And you can see that we have not really dipped into the pomade any more than the first time. So I'm just going to now brush the product from the middle directly over into the inner part of the brow. And this is where the ombre effect is going to come in, and it's going to be a little thinner, much lighter in color towards the inner of the brow. So there was a moment when boxy brows were in, and now boxy brows are not in. It's your brow. Do what you want, girl. I really am not on brow patrol. But I brush mine inward, and then the next step, you'll see where I kind of thin them out towards the inside. My brows are Very, very thin. They're not extremely curly. Um, and they're not really dark. So I don't go for a really wide brow. I like a thinner brow and I like a lighter shade brow. So if I'm doing a black brow, that means that I probably have on like glitter, or my eye look is really, really bold, or my hair color is different. So now what we're going to do is just clean up under the brow, and I am using, today in this video, I'm using the eyeshadow foundation base, but I will use a concealer. There are several concealers that I like for under eye, and then there's some that I like under brow, and then there's some that I like under eye. Slow down, girl, you're moving too fast. All right, so we are under brow cleaning. Clean the area under the brow. Talkovers are always, always, always hard to me because you're trying to keep up with the video and not go too fast, right? Provide just the information that's needed and don't skip any. That can be hard sometimes. All right, so I'm still cleaning the brow area. Underneath the brow area, I'm using that same concealer. I put a very small dab on my hand, and then I just use this brush to pat it onto the lid now. And I'm going to take my concealer brush, and this is one of my favorite brushes. It's just a Real Technique brush, and it comes in a 4-pack, but they're color coded and they really don't change anything. They're just color coded based on maybe the concealer that you would use as far as a correcting concealer. So you'll see me using the pink, the purple, the blue, or the green. They're all the same. They're Real Techniques color correcting brushes, and they're just coded like that. So if you look at that eye, that is my right eye, and you can see the more defined brow now because it's cleaned up underneath. And we're going to do the same thing to the left side. All right, so I'm just getting some more concealer, or as this brand calls it, the eyeshadow foundation base. Okay, so I will list all of the deets on Instagram. That way you can find what product was used, where, and discount codes. So I do have some codes for the brands that I use on a regular, and I definitely want to share them with you so that you can grab some of these amazing products and do the same thing, right? We all can do it. We just got to do it. All right, so let's clean up the left side now, and we are under brow using the same thing as we did on the right side, the eyeshadow foundation base. But again, you can use a concealer, you can use foundation, you can use like a really, really pale eyeshadow. It's really up to you. It depends. Some people use strictly powder, some like cream, some like pencils, some like pomades. And you can see with me, I like liner and pomade. But hey, again, we're not on brow patrol. All right. So as I always say in all of my lives, I go for ancestrybrow.com. Ancestrybrow.com. That's right. You heard it from your girl right here. Ancestrybrow.com. They're just going to have some relation, baby. They're not going to be perfect. One of my eyes is sleepy. One of my lashes will sit up higher because of the lid. It's heavier on one side, or it just drags sometimes. So it's no different with my brows, baby. One grows straight up and it looks beautiful. And then the other one grows to the side and she looks gorgeous. So, hey, you know what we do? We do a little bit of ancestrybrow.com and get them as close as they can be for that day, right? Honey, listen. Baby, we're not going to stress over these brows. So now we're going to clean up the top. I'm using some foundation. Today I am using Milani in the shade 11A. So if you miss any of the products on here, just go ahead and follow me on Instagram. And it is Hypnotik Vanity, HYPNOTIK VANITY, and you will surely catch all the deeds over there, right? So we're going to do the same thing to the right side using the same brush that we cleaned up with underneath the brow, and we're just going on the top. That little wig hair, honey, when I tell you, my fan was blowing hair everywhere, and it just started scratching my face. I'm like, hello, or itching my face, right? Hello. Can we not do that on live, right? Luckily we were just filming this video. All right, so Now we got our brows more defined. Underneath is cleaned up with the foundation base, and the top is done with foundation. So you can use foundation. Again, you can use powder. You can use concealers. It's totally your preference on what you like. I like my brow to be done with the foundation. That way I can just blend it on into my foundation and really don't have to worry about transitioning as much with my shades. And I don't really have to worry about getting as close to my brow. So this is the foundation that I will be using today on my skin. And prior to starting the video, I already did my primer. So today I use the Benefits, I do believe, the Pore Primer. So we're strictly just doing face today and brows and just a morning work beat right here. Okay. So now that we have the brows done on the top and the bottom, and I found one spot that said, hey, listen, we need a little bit of something here. So I didn't put any product on it. I just took the brush and moved the product from the middle right on over to that little spot that needed it, where I nicked it with the brush when I was cleaning it up. So now we're going to go into foundation. So I used 2 drops of foundation on my face. I just put them on my fingers, 1 drop, kind of press it into the skin, get another drop and press again. I don't put any on my forehead because I used foundation right above my brows to clean up. So we're just going to use the rest of that to kind of manage the forehead. I'm just spraying with a little bit of the Morphe and Jeffree Star setting spray. So it's a little luminous, a little dewy for me, and I will use it with different foundations, but it is not my setting spray of choice at the end. I like more of a mattifying spray at the end. So, but this is what we did today because the Milani does have a concealer in it, and I find that it is a little drying when I use a lot of mattifying. So I use this one today. All right, so the coverage is really, really good. Listen, there was no color correcting done here, just straight foundation, primer, moisturizer, and primer and foundation. And listen, look at that. Look at that, honey. We're just gonna press that foundation in. Press, 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 press. So as y'all know, I'm in that nifty 50 club, honey. So I don't put a lot of product under my eye. I just kind of get whatever's dabbed there on the brush and go for it. So here you'll see me dabbing the front of the brows, and this is where I come in and make it a little thinner in the front, a little lighter towards the front. And I just keep pressing, honey. Keep pressing, 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 pressing that foundation in. And listen, you're gonna get that flawless airbrush look, all right? So now we're going to use a little bit of the Maybelline just to give me that brighter under eye. And if you know me, you know I love a brighter under eye and, honey, a heavy contour. All right. So now we're just going to do a little bit. And this bottle is almost out, like almost empty. But listen, we got to get everything out of there. Everything that bottle has to offer, right? All right, honey. So we're going to go underneath that nose, right above that lip line. And hey, add just a little bit across the forehead and down that nose. Before we are done, baby, listen, we got to be snatched, even though it's a morning work beat. And right now with COVID-19, I am wearing a mask. Honey, listen, anything from the nose up. I guess I could say the bridge of my nose, because my nostrils are covered, right? Needs to be on point, need to be banging. So listen, we got to do it right. All right, so let's just go ahead and keep adding just a little bit of concealer, and we are just kind of blending it out, making it softer across the nose. So I do the line down the middle, of course, but then I kind of widen it out, smooth it out some so that it's not as harsh when I start to blend out. So I take that concealer brush and I am going to just press it in those areas that I wanted to be lighter. Now, if I wasn't wearing a mask, I would do my reverse contour. I would do my chin, but this works right for this morning work beat with the mask going over it. Okay. So I'm just going to press it in, just kind of tapping it into the skin. I don't use a sponge here. I use just a brush, and it gives me that better uh, airbrush look instead of the more caked on look. I will use a sponge at the very end when it's time to make sure that that nose don't crease, honey. But we'll get to that a little bit later in the video. So now we are 15 minutes into the video, and hey, we are coming right along. We got pretty much face done. We have brows done. We've concealed, right? So we're gonna set now. All right. So I take the foundation brush and I go back over where I have the concealer and the foundation meeting, just to kind of make sure that there is no line of demarcation there, and we're looking just like all bronzed. Okay, so you'll see now that I'm going to take some Anastasia bronzer, and we're just going to bronze up that area, honey. Go right there where your natural look as it starts to come, right? Find your natural cheekbones, honey. Find your natural, and you can contour right there. No need to go any further. Just stop. Listen, right? This look. Do you see? Make it heavier, and then we just kind of then out. So here we're just gonna snatch up under that neck, girl. Make it look like, hey, I didn't eat too many cheeseburgers in my life. All right. I've never had that large fry. I'm just saying. Listen, don't come for me. All right. So now we're just going to blend out, and you want to make sure you blend out. But look, honey. Look, honey. Yes. Flawless. So we're going to go across that line of the nose, right? So we go, look. I flipped the brush to the brush is angled, right? So I just flipped the brush from one side to the other side and use that longer side just to come down the nose and right into the inner eye area. All right. So on this morning work beat, I'm not using any color. I'm just really just showing you how to do a full face, brows, lashes, a banging lip. Honey, you'll see. Just keep holding on. Don't go nowhere. So we're going to set with my favorite setting powder. I can buy setting powder after setting powder, but this is by far my favorite setting powder, and it is Dermablend, and I use cool beige underneath the eye and around my nose. All right, and I'll put a little bit on the forehead, but this is my favorite setting powder. So I use the warm saffron at the end, and I do have the banana. Now the banana I'm not as much in love with from Dermablend, but trust me, honey, cool beige and warm saffron are worth every penny of it. All right, so now I'm just setting my lids with that same powder. I didn't put any color on my lids today, but listen, trust me, trust the process. This beat is going to be everything. All right, everything. So where I put all that highlight cream at, the Maybelline, I'm just gonna go and make sure that I am setting it right. So as you'll see, it looks like we're a little brighter in the center of the face and darker towards the outer. That's what we're supposed to do, honey, right there. So I take the foundation brush again and I just tap just to make sure we don't have any lines. All right, complexion is coming through. Okay, look at us, honey. Look at us. Bae, I know you like it. Okay, let's go. All right. And we are just kind of fumbling around now. All right, so let's move on, honey. Let's move on. We're into our last 10 minutes of this beat, right? So this is our 30-minute beat. And listen, we're going to use a little bit of the Benefit Bang Gal Bad or Bad Gal Bang. I really have to look at it. I don't have it with me right now, but I think it's a Bad Gal Bang. But anyway, it's a mascara from Benefits. So you can find it. I have several that are my favorites. Tarte Camera Light Lashes. It's like Bay for me. And this one comes in right in afterwards. On the lower end, I love the Wet n Wild. Like you can get it from Dollar Tree for $1. It's in the turquoise tube, and you'll see me use it after this one. And it is Bay, honey, for $1 at the Dollar Tree. But I think Walmart actually sells it for like $5. So hey, if you can get it from Dollar Tree, rush right on over there. All right. So we're just going to put some mascara on my natural lashes. So when you're putting the mascara on, you know, I'm trying to get my natural lashes back to that darker color because listen, they've had foundation right there, powder there. So honey, they're looking a little blonde auburn and what? Not even there, but they're there, all right? So now we're going to put some glue on some gorgeous, 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 gorgeous lash out lovely lashes from Hypnotik Vanity, right? So listen, you can always get the best lashes from Hypnotik Vanity. They are reusable. The band is awesome. There is some with the ultra sleek thin for those that like thinner lash. I got the longer lashes, 30 mils, colors. Whatever you need, honey, I am that lash supplier. Just meet me. Meet me at the corner of www.hypnotikvanity.com. Holla at your girl, hootie hoo, through the window, and guess what? I'll be right there at the checkout waiting on you, okay? We're going to make us a deal, all right? I know you got 5 on it, right? I know you do. Come on, grab your 5 pair, all right? So today we're going to use the lash Plush, all right? So Plush is gorgeous. She is full. She is with a beautiful curl pattern. Her band is dark, and you'll see how easy she goes on. All right. Now, if you go on Instagram, you'll be able to catch the pictures and get a close-up of Plush in the pictures. But I'm using Hypnotik Vanity glue, and today I did use the black glue. I'm still kind of just working on that one right there, but listen, it's coming. All right, I prefer clear glue, but so many people like black glue, so hey, I'm not the only one using it, right? All right, babe. Look at that. Look at Plush. So you see what the lash will do for you when you put a lash on your eye. Period. Listen, I don't care if it's with shadow or without shadow. As you can see, a lash turns a look into everything, babe. All right. Listen. Come on now, and let's go. All right. I know you're waiting on it. Look what. Look at her. Look how gorgeous she is. So my left eye is the one I'm working on. No, my right eye. Yep. Is that right? My left eye was the one I was working on. So she's wanted to be a little sleepy tonight. But hey, it's okay. She does that from time to time. All right. So went on very easy. Look how gorgeous she is. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So now we're going to use a little bit of highlight. And this is from DJ's Beauty. It is one of my favorites. I have several highlights. And of course, each one is used at different times. So I'm spraying my face again with the Morphe Jeffree Star setting spray. And I'm going to spray my DJ's Beauty fan brush. I'm going to get a little bit out of the cap. Just a little bit. And I'm going to tap that fan brush on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to give it a little whirl. Nothing major. Just a little bit of highlight. Look at her. Look at her glistening. Okay, this is the Inspire. So DJ's Beauty has Gold Miner, Gold Rush, Diamonds and Pearls, and Inspire. And I may be off with the names a little bit, but listen. If you go to Instagram and search for the picture, you'll be able to find all the deets. And trust me, I have a coupon code for it, okay? Honey, a little bit of highlight. That's what I'm saying. Just a little bit. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, so now I'm going to come in with my warm saffron, which is that setting powder from Dermablend. Dermablend has the best setting powder. The best. And this is my new brush from Playing in Makeup by Yolanda. It is the Kiki brush, and it's a loose, lightweight face brush. So I'm going to use her as just to do a little bit of my finishing powder, and I make sure that I tap it off really, really good. And I'm going to set the entire face with warm saffron, okay? Honey, this face is not going to move. When I get to work, the only thing that I will do is put some moisturizer on my lips when I pull my mask down, take a drink or something like that. But anything else, honey, I don't do anything else on my face at all, period. I'm done for the day. When the work beat is done, I'm done. And my face normally lasts me from about 6 o'clock in the morning to maybe about 6 or 7 at night. It kind of depends. If I go live that night, then it's going to come off a little earlier. But normally that's still about 6 or 7. So you're looking at a good 12 hours that my face is on, okay? So now I'm just looking at myself thinking, okay, listen, honey, you've lashed out. So that's the mascara I told you from Wet n Wild. It's in the turquoise blue container, the tube, worth every bit of that dollar, okay? Love it. Love it. So today we didn't do any eyeliner. We didn't do any eyeshadow. We strictly went for brows, clean face, and lashes. So now I'm using the Dermablend Cool Beige. The sponge is dry, and I'm just going right up under the eye after I've already dusted with some there, and I'm going around that nose, honey, because we don't want any of the creases. And I had a little bit left on a brush, hey, on a sponge. We're just gonna put it right there. All right, so now I'm looking for my lips, right? We gotta work on these lips, honey. So we're just gonna let that Dermablend sit there, and I'm leaving it there to show you. Okay, so the first application we did with the brush, and then at the end we go in and just add a little bit right there for creasing. But honey, Dermablend, no after, no flashback, and no need to even work hard when brushing it off. It just melts into the skin. So now I'm using a pencil, and this pencil is from my Chica, my TT of Noir Girl, and it's just a brown liner. And the lippie is from Sugar Bee Cosmetics. Honey, listen, her lippies go nowhere when you put them on. And this one is Hardcore 1985, I think it is, but I know that it's Hardcore. And then we're just going to top it with a Sugar Bee gloss, and it's one of my favorite glosses from her line, but shucks, I think I like 3 of them. So hey, anyway, I have never been let down with any of her lippies, her glosses, her highlight, or her shadows. So of course, catch me on Instagram so you can get the full deets, right? So that pink is everything, right? That pink is life. So I'm going to put a little bit of the Sugar Bee gloss, and this is in Honey Drip, okay? So I really got to get some more of this one because I can actually see where it's getting low. And we just put a little bit of gloss on. So for my morning work beats, and I know that I'm going to put my mask on. Normally I really don't do a lippie, but for the sake of the video, just to give the whole face a little bit more color, and for those girls who just got to have that lip color, all right, we added just a little bit of color. But look how gorgeous this face is. Get that wig right now. Get it right before we go ahead and clamp it down and pin it down tight. All right, look at those brows, okay? Look at that contour. Look at that smile. Now, make sure that you follow me on Hypnotik Vanity, Facebook, and Instagram so you can get all the deets. Let's go.